So there's a topic that I love to talk about swing rhythm. I love to talk about how fun it is to play in swing rhythm and how important it is to be able to play in swing rhythm, obviously, as a jazz musician. But there's a specific aspect to playing swing rhythm as a jazz piano player that I feel is a little neglected when it comes to the teaching of jazz piano. Everyone knows how to comp, right? Hey, Red Garland. Hey, Red Garland, that comping, or a different kind of comping, or you're playing. Bill Evans kind of, he would, you would sort of shadow all the notes with the chord in the left hand. All the different styles of comping. Piano players know how to comp, right? But the caveat to that is if you only ever learn how to comp in the context of a trio or a quartet, you're you got your sax player blowing over top of that. How do you then take that and apply it in a solo jazz piano setting, right? Because you're soloing. You're then taking that and you're applying it in a solo jazz piano setting, but how do you maintain that so important swing feel into that? And you can comp. You can do that. You can do that, but it's not possible if you don't have the swing feel down in your left hand. And what I mean is, it's not possible when you can't do this. That right there is really what solo jazz pianists should be focusing on. That is what, as if you play solo jazz piano, you need to be able to do that. Not comping with your left hand. You can't punch the chord, right? The most essential thing is can't do that. Play a two feel. And if progressing from that adds the adds the notes after that, but you have to be able to be a left-hand rhythm section. Like, I wasn't ready to play stride piano, but the left-hand rhythm section. This can be hip, but it's not the first approach you should take. Before any piano player should play like that, they should get down that walking bass line. Because it's not even just about being able to develop the ability to play like that. It's also about developing an appreciation for what makes jazz music so hip to play with. Because it's like maybe 20% about the voicings and the notes you're playing, you know, these bebop, you know, it's not, it's not about that, those notes. It partially is, but it's not going to, what makes jazz so hip and what every musician needs to grow an appreciation for, an intimate appreciation for, is the feel. Is to just grow an appreciation for that feel. Because nobody's going to tap their foot to, you know, no one's going to tap their foot to that, right? Someone might enjoy that, but people are going to tap their foot to, and when I play Creme and Vine, when I'm playing broken swing, and sometimes I'll play like that, but whenever I'm playing like this, I almost always see someone kind of moving, tapping their foot to it. So, and it was partially that kind of helped me grow an appreciation for what you really need to work on when it comes to solo jazz piano, is this walking bass line right here. And funny enough, the person to listen to kind of really inspire you to play like this is Count Basie. For me, Count Basie is arguably the greatest swing, artist of all time. Where like his band were some of the greatest executioners. No, that's not right. They were the greatest performers of swing feel that we have ever heard. I mean, Count Basie knew. He wouldn't even start the tune. He would start the rhythm section, and they would just. And they would just sit in that. They would sit in that, and the second that they were ready and the feel was right, then they'd start the tune. The horns would start playing, but none of it ever mattered until they play that swing, right? And it's like the don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. It's. It's so important to listening to our musical ancestors. So yeah, that's my bit.